Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Holistic Wellness Podcast. I am your host, Maitri Balmurugan. I am the founder and CEO of Evenfall Cosmetics. Evenfall isn't just another skincare brand, but is a holistic wellness brand, carefully curated to provide you wellness in all the four aspects of your life: the physical, mental, social, and spiritual. Now, please allow me to introduce our very special guest today. She is a second year medical student. She is an aspiring dermatologist, and the best part is that she is a strong believer of the concept of holistic wellness. Please welcome Preisha Kayal. Preisha, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for taking out the time to make this happen.
Thank you so much for having me here. And I really want to offer my heartfelt congratulations to you on launching your own skincare brand and a holistic wellness company. It's truly inspiring to see someone create a brand that just goes beyond the surface level beauty, the one that is rooted in science, self care, and the belief that true wellness comes from within.
Thank you. You are just too kind. Thank you. That is very sweet of you. Now, I would love to flow into our first question, which is what, according to you, is the meaning of the term holistic wellness?
Holistic wellness to me means caring for your own body, mind, and the spirit as a whole. It's about living in alignment with your values, making mindful choices, and finding that balance and contentment in life.
Wow. Balance and contentment in life. Very, very well said. Now, I am curious. I want to know a little bit about your personal journey into the world of skincare and holistic wellness. What is that sparked your interest in this realm?
Okay, so my interest was sparked during the COVID-19 pandemic time. So there was a unique influence in my life, which is my father. I observed him work as a business head in the dermatology and immunology department of a pharmaceutical company. And during the lockdown and the pandemic time, I had the opportunity to see the virtual meetings and webinars uh, by unique people and by medical experts from all over the country. So that unique opportunity to watch all of that shaped my interest, and I saw science, healthcare, patient well-being all intersect. And coincidentally, that was also the time I was choosing which stream I would like to pursue a career in. And I really thought of considering medicine because of this exposure that I got. That really shaped my curiosity towards dermatology.
Wow. So it's your dad's.
Also,
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
Also, on a personal level, I really feel that looking and feeling confident are deeply linked, and skincare plays a very important role in that. I am also drawn to the idea of holistic wellness where mental, physical well being, and daily rituals like skincare all work together to support the overall wellness of an individual. So, this combination of science, self care, and holistic approach is what continues to fuel my passion in skincare.
Wow, that is so beautiful. So it's your dad's career that sparked your interest, is it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow, that is so beautiful. That itself is holistic. Just to hear about that, that is lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you. Many people look at skincare just as like a topical routine. So what is holistic skincare really, and why is it important for all of us?
Okay, well, many people see it as a topical routine focused on external wellness and external appearance, as you said. But I really believe that holistic skincare is much deeper than that. It's about understanding the connection between the mind, body, and the skin. To me, holistic skincare means looking at all the factors that impact your health, like nutrition, stress levels, hormonal balance, hydration, and even emotional well being. It is important because our skin is often a reflection of our internal health. For example, chronic stress can lead to breakouts, lack of sleep can, show as manifest as dullness on your face. Poor diet can trigger inflammation. So, of course, topical products do help you manage symptoms, but true skin health comes from taking care of yourself from inside out.
Wow, that is very well said. I'm so glad that you highlighted inside out because all of us are looking at the outside in, and it's the other way around that we should be
That's
looking
so
at.
true. That's so true.
Yes, yes. So that brings me to our next question, which is, as a skincare enthusiast and a medical student, how do you approach reading an ingredient list and According to your expertise, what are some key ingredients that all of us should know about?
Okay, so there are a lot of trendy ingredients that we keep seeing. We have all heard of these names, but there are certain ingredients which are science backed and which do actually give results when incorporated into a skincare routine. So I would highlight the very basic ones, which I think everyone who wants to begin with skincare should know. Of course, one would be niacinamide. We all have heard of it, right?
Mhm.
So it reduces inflammation, regulates oil production, hyperpigmentation, and maintains skin barrier, strengthens skin barrier. And it is one of the ingredients which is very well tolerated by all skin types. And it works very well on all the concerns, like acne, dullness, sensitivity. Of course, it is called as jack of all trades but master of none. So it is paired with other ingredients like retinols and salicylic acids to deliver better results. But niacinamide is a good ingredient which helps with all of this. Then the other one would be retinol, increases cell turnover, reduces fine lines, helps with texture and overall improvement of the appearance of skin. But it is not very well tolerated by sensitive skin types. It really needs them to use a lot of hydration along with it, like moisturizers and all. So retinol is something which you use in a very small quantity, a pea-sized quantity, and only at night. You don't use it during the day, okay? Because it makes your skin more sensitive to the exposure. Then comes hyaluronic acid. So it is basically a humectant which draws water into your skin. So it gives you that plumping and hydrating effect, which we all want. And it does it very instantly. It is one of the ingredients which works very instantly. You start seeing results in a week of using it. They are temporary compared to others. Like retinol will give you long term benefits, but this will really help giving you that hydration you want.
Wow.
And another thing which you should take care of while applying hyaluronic acid is seal it with a layer of moisturizer.
So, is there any specific reason we're supposed to seal it in? Does it evaporate from our
The
skin?
reason, yeah, sure. The reason is, see, hyaluronic acid is basically humectant, so it basically absorbs all the moisture and seals it into the skin. Okay,
Okay.
so when you don't seal it with a layer of moisturizer, it starts drawing the moisture out of your skin. So your skin looks more dehydrated if you don't use a moisturizer along with it.
Okay. Okay. And so every time we go for hyaluronic acid, even if it's in a face wash, should we pair it up with a moisturizer?
No, no, no. Face wash is okay. Face wash is okay. When you're using it in a serum formulation, you should really seal it with a layer of moisturizer.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Then comes in our salicylic acid.
Yeah.
So it helps in chemical exfoliation, reduce acne, open pores,
Mhm.
and it is very effective for oily, acne-prone skin. Prevents clogged pores, breakouts.
Is that all you think we should know? These four ingredients are the most important ones, according to you?
A personal favorite would be azelaic acid for me. That is
Okay.
one ingredient that works really well for my skin. And I have a very dry to normal skin type.
Okay.
So that is something that helps with pigmentation and fading of like slight acne marks and really helps with inflammation also. It helps in acne maintenance, I would say.
Maintenance. Okay.
After I have stopped using all the acne products,
Yeah.
the gels and all which we have,
Yeah.
which were prescribed by a doctor, suppose.
Yeah.
So you can really help that serum at night time for acne maintenance.
Okay. So what exactly is acne maintenance for somebody like me who doesn't understand it?
So acne is basically what? Inflammation.
Yeah.
So to control that inflammation and to keep that skin in check, just
Yeah.
to control inflammation so that more breakouts don't appear.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Does it help with purging as well? Because sometimes when we use new products or when we're layering on actives on our skin to treat acne, our skin purges. So does azelaic
Yes, our
acid help
skin
with it?
purges. Yeah, azelaic acid will not cause any purging.
Okay.
That is one.
Yeah.
Salicylic acid does cause purging for some people.
Okay.
I've heard.
Okay.
Some of my friends have said this, that it does, make acne look worse at first.
Okay.
So azelaic acid does help with that, you can say.
Okay. So it does not cause purging, but it also helps with purging, which is caused by other products, is it?
Because it is anti-inflammatory.
Anti-inflammatory. Okay. So you mentioned five ingredients, which would be niacinamide, retinol, salicylic acid, azelaic acid, and then there is also
Hyaluronic acid.
hyaluronic acid. Yes. Okay. So these five are like we should. These are like must, is it, for your skincare routine?
Yeah, basic, which you could incorporate as actives in your skincare routine.
Okay. And are all of these actives safe to use on our skin?
I think retinol is something which you should be using only with a dermatologist prescription. You shouldn't be trying out on a random retinol serum or a tretinoin cream.
Yeah.
So apart from that, others you can use it as serums in lower concentrations you get in the market without a prescription. It can be used.
Okay. I'm actually so glad that you highlighted actives in the form of acid here because so many of us are so scared to put on chemicals on our face. We're drawn to more natural products which we believe are safe. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that chemicals really work. And not all natural products are good, right? So I'm glad you made that point. Love it.
That's so true because
Yeah,
see, even water is a chemical.
yeah, yeah,
Water is also a chemical.
yeah,
So chemical doesn't mean essentially bad and natural doesn't mean essentially good.
yeah.
In
True.
fact, natural and herbal products that we use can actually dehydrate our skin a lot.
Whoa. They do?
It can irritate our skin, it can dehydrate our skin. Even our hair, the herbal shampoos which we use can
Yeah.
make our hair more frizzy.
Whoa. So it can be counterproductive.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa. So glad, so glad you highlighted that. So we should go with time-tested actives, which we know that work, even if they're chemicals.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow. Okay. So now that brings me to our next question, which is what is the difference between physical and chemical exfoliation?
Physical exfoliation is when you use those scrubs which contain particles, those apricot, walnut scrubs which you get in the market. You apply that and you really feel that your dead skin layer is getting shed and you really feel fresh and better after that. But in the long run it does more harm. It actually causes micro tears in your skin which heal with pigmentation. So in the long run it is making your skin more hyperpigmented.
Wow.
On the other hand, chemical exfoliation is using salicylic acid or glycolic acid, such exfoliants which actually do chemically exfoliate your skin without causing any such hyperpigmentation.
Okay, so for a complete beginner, let's say I'm somebody who wants to try exfoliation for the first time. What would you recommend? Should I go with the physical one or chemical one?
Physical one is absolutely no for anyone, even if you're a
Okay,
beginner or someone who has been into skincare for a really long time. Physical is to be avoided
completely.
completely, completely. It
Okay.
does no good to your skin.
Wow. I'm really so glad you made that point because there's a trend going around when in like this quest of natural products, we just take lemon and apply it on our face, apricot and apply it
Lemon
on
is
our
very
face.
bad. Lemon is very bad. Garlic is very bad. Of course, when consumed, it is anti-inflammatory. It is
Yeah,
rich in vitamin C. Lemon is rich in vitamin C. Garlic is anti-inflammatory. But when applied on the skin, it does make your skin more sensitive to the sun.
go. Okay.
So no lemon, no garlic on the skin.
Wow. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you highlighted that. Now that brings me to our next question, which is sunscreen. We were speaking about sun protection. So everybody is talking about sunscreen. What exactly is sunscreen? How does it work? And why is it considered the most crucial step in our skincare routine?
Okay, so sunscreen is the backbone of any skincare routine. You can do whatever, you can use the best products out there in the market, but if you don't use sunscreen, you're going to end up having a more hyperpigmented skin and you won't see any results on your skin. Right? So sunscreen is basically a topical product you apply on your skin to get protection from the UV rays of the sun. So there are two types of sunscreens, physical sunscreens and chemical sunscreens. So physical sunscreens are the mineral based sunscreens which you get, which have filters like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So you'll see this on the ingredient label very prominently written. So these are the physical sunscreen filters. So these they form a layer on your skin. They form a barrier and they reflect the sun rays. So that's how they work, and they are tolerated by all skin types. Even the very sensitive skin types can use it. But the only problem is it leaves a white cast, which many people don't really like when they go out. They don't prefer using that. And chemical sunscreen, on the other hand, is more cosmetically elegant. And to identify it, you can look for filters. Basically, you can Google all the filters which physical ones have and chemical ones have, and that's how you can identify which one you would prefer using for yourself.
Wow. So, is there any, apart from like the aesthetics of it, the white cast, is there any harm to using physical sunscreen?
There is no harm. It is, in fact, it does give really good protection against the sun.
Okay,
It is just cosmetically not elegant and it does feel heavy for some people.
okay, got it.
You know, they layer their makeup on top of that, so it becomes
Yeah.
really heavy for them to carry on. So
Okay.
that's why they switched to the chemical ones and the gel based ones also.
Okay. So it's a completely like it's completely a personal choice and it has nothing to do with like the functioning of it, is it?
No, no, no. It's completely functional. Sorry, personal choice.
Okay, got it. So now we were just talking about sunscreen, and I want to know what is your advice for building a simple yet effective skincare routine? No cluttered 12-step routine, just a simple routine. What would be your advice?
Okay, so if you're a very beginner, absolute beginner starting out,
Yeah.
I would say use a three-step skincare routine, a cleanser with a moisturizer and a sunscreen in the morning. And you can include a serum at night. Instead of a sunscreen, you can use an active at night. So all you need is a three-step skincare routine as a beginner. So cleanser would be a pH balanced good cleanser, whichever suits your skin. You can look up for really good options out there for dry skin, sensitive skin, oily skin, whichever your type is. Then second would be a moisturizer. Moisturizer could be a gel based, cream based, or could be a ceramide based moisturizer, which really helps in your barrier repair and really helps in hydration.
Oh,
And sunscreen you can choose according to your preference, whether a physical one or a chemical one. And nighttime skincare routine you can include a serum instead of a sunscreen.
okay.
So before a moisturizer, you can use a serum containing any of the actives I mentioned,
Mhm.
whichever is related to your skin concern at the moment. You can choose an active out of all the actives present.
Okay. And is there any specific reason we're putting in the serum before the moisturizer at night?
So you layer products from light to heavy. Okay. So you layer products from light to heavy. So the lightest one comes first. That is for better penetration. So the serum penetrates better into the skin. So when you put it before the moisturizer and then seal it in with a layer of moisturizer, it penetrates better.
Okay. So it's just, it's basically to help the products work more effectively so they penetrate your skin better.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. Light to heavy always, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you mentioned a simple three-step skincare routine. We've been seeing people rave about toners out there. Do you think we need
Yes, yes,
toners?
yes.
Yeah. Is it a part?
Toners,
Yeah.
toners are absolutely unnecessary for a beginner, I would say.
Okay.
If you're an absolute skincare junkie, you
Yeah.
really love to layer products,
Yeah.
you can try it. There's no harm in trying it.
Yeah.
It's good for hydration. It's good for, prepping up your skin for the future layers, whatever you're applying. But it is an absolutely unnecessary step for a beginner.
Wow.
And if you really want to use it, you can use it before a serum. Like you wash your face with a cleanser, then you put on a toner, and
Mhm.
then you continue with your serum and sunscreen and moisturizer, whatever.
Okay. And can you use toner at night as well?
Yes, yes, you can.
You can. So basically, it's just to like prep your skin for the further layers. That's all it does.
Yeah, it can give you some sort of hydration, but it is not a necessary step.
Okay. So now we were talking about layering products, right? So how do we layer products effectively, one after the other on our skin?
Okay, so layering is from light to heavy, as I said.
Mhm.
For the morning routine, if you're using a toner, first a cleanser, then a toner, then comes your moisturizer, and then comes your sunscreen. For the night time, again, if you're using a toner after the cleanser, then the serum, and then seal it in with a moisturizer.
Okay. So this is the order for everybody, no matter what their skin type
Yeah,
is.
for
This is
everybody. Yes.
okay. Got it. I'm so glad you made that point. So now I want to know what are some skincare red flags that you've personally come across?
Chemical free or 100% natural is better. Like we spoke,
Oh
it
my
is not.
God. Yeah, yeah,
Then not using SPF in your routine and expecting results.
yeah.
Then also something that, believing that products can give you instant results.
Mm.
Expecting results in 1 or 2 weeks after using a skincare routine.
Those are big red flags, and I'm so glad you highlighted them here. We needed to hear that, especially from a medical student. Now people will listen. So I want to know, what is one skincare mistake that you did in the past, and how did you course correct this?
One skincare mistake I made would be over exfoliating. So basically, when I was starting out, I really was excited about actives. So I used a physical scrub, then I also used chemical exfoliants on my face all in the same week. And at first, it felt really nice and exfoliated and rejuvenated. But later on, it did give me breakouts. It did leave my skin very red, sensitive, and irritated. So
Oh,
that is one thing. And how did I course correct? Course correct would be stopping all of that
mhm.
and focusing on barrier repair, using a ceramide moisturizer, and then reintroducing them again into my routine slowly.
Slowly.
That would be one. And another would be using a baby oil on my face because I thought it would be hydrating. So
Oh.
baby oils are basically mineral based oils
Mhm.
which are meant for baby skin, which are not meant for our skin. So that led to very much of breakouts and clogged pores for my skin.
Wow. I'm so glad you highlighted both of those. I feel like you see so many people doing both of that right now. Firstly, it's the over exfoliation, expecting instant results. And secondly, we've seen so many people layer on baby products for their hair and skin. Do you feel that there is no baby product that we should use as adults, not just the oil? Nothing?
I don't think you should because see, there are a lot of products for all skin types out there in the
Yeah.
market. So why choose a baby product? Okay, if you have sensitive skin, you can choose products for sensitive skin. Why do you have to try on baby products?
Wow. I'm so glad you made that point. That is lovely. So now I want to know, if someone could buy only three skincare products, only three, what should they prioritize?
One would be sunscreen without
Yeah.
any doubt. Second would be a good face wash. And third would be a good moisturizer.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. If
Wow.
you have to buy only three, these three.
Wow. Face wash, a good face wash, a good sunscreen, and your what did you say?
Moisturizer.
Moisturizer. Yes, moisturizer. I feel like I've personally been seeing this trend a lot lately, where actually we do take our sunscreen, seriously these days because everybody's been talking about it. But we
Yeah,
skip
yeah,
the
yeah. There's a lot of
moisturizer.
awareness about it.
Yes, but we've been skipping moisturizer. I see so many people skip moisturizer, and I'm so glad you highlighted that because is it
Even
true?
oily
Yeah.
skin people need a moisturizer.
Yes,
They
I'm
can
so glad.
use a gel based moisturizer. They can use a
Yeah,
gel based
yeah,
moisturizer, but do not skip that step.
yeah. Do you think that moisturizer helps hydrate your skin and prepare it for the sunscreen? Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wow, I'm so glad highlighted that because so many of us are so excited to go to our sunscreen step. We skip the moisturizer thinking that the sunscreen will moisturize our skin. That's a red flag for sure. I'm glad you highlighted that.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. I want to know, if you could personally use only one skincare product for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Mm, that would be a ceramide based moisturizer.
Wow. Is there any specific reason for the ceramide base?
Because it really helps in barrier repair and it really helps in hydrating your skin. And hydration is the key for a good skincare routine, be it external or internal.
Wow.
So internal, by internal I mean drinking enough water, eating good food.
Yes.
So hydration is very important.
Wow. So hydration is like the number one thing we're supposed to keep in our mind for a good skin and good skincare and body routine. Is it?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So we're all remembering that ceramide based moisturizer. Does ceramide work good for everybody? All skin types?
Yes, it is a very safe ingredient in a moisturizer. It really helps in hydrating without clogging your pores, even for oily skin.
Okay. It does not clog your pores even for oily skin.
Yeah, even for oily skin, it doesn't.
Wow. Okay. Now I want to ask you, what is the difference between a skincare enthusiast and a dermatologist? Something very important.
Okay, so a skincare enthusiast is someone who is very passionate about skincare,
Yeah.
who likes to do a lot of skincare, who has experimented a lot with skincare. And a dermatologist is someone who has actually gone to med school, got their MBBS, and got their MD in dermatology. So
Yeah.
that takes almost a decade of studies to get to that level. And dermatologists are the only people who have the authority to give skin advice. So, of course, someone like me who is been doing skincare from a lot of time can only share my experience. I cannot give advice over here. So I really want all the people viewing this to consider this as an experience from someone who has really tried skincare a lot in life and not as advice.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you made that point because we see so many people talking about skincare online, and that is something that has worked for them. That is not, it's not necessary that it needs to work for us. And for products to work for us, we really need to take advice from a dermat, especially if we have like very, very bad, severe acne. I do completely understand that you need a dermat's opinion. That is coming from a future dermat itself. So we know we know that's valid. Now, I want to ask you, what is one small actionable step you would encourage everybody to take today in their skincare and holistic wellness journey both?
I would say create a simple morning or evening ritual that allows you to slow down and check in with yourself.
Okay.
Even if it is just 5 minutes, that could be applying your skincare mindfully, making a nourishing breakfast, stretching, or even taking a few deep breaths before you start your day. Because holistic wellness isn't about doing everything at once, it is
Yeah.
about building small, consistent habits that support your mind, body, and skin over time. So when you make one part of your routine intentional, it often creates a ripple effect in other areas of your life. And that's how you begin that holistic wellness journey.
So I love how you said that it's not about doing too many things at once, and you just start somewhere, and that creates a ripple effect. That's so beautiful. You also mentioned mindfulness. I feel like we don't have to do a lot of things to take care of ourselves holistically. Just everyday tasks done mindfully becomes holistic. I love
Exactly.
that. I love that you do not tell what everybody else is telling. You told something that is really valid. I love that. Now,
Thank you.
I want to ask you our last question, which is what, according to you, is a life well lived?
Life well lived for me is a life which is in alignment with my values, which is deeply personal and deeply authentic.
Aligned with your values, deeply personal and deeply authentic. That's so beautifully put. I don't think you could have put it any other way. Thank you. I would like to thank you so much for gracing us with your time today. I know how busy you've been, but you've taken out the time to make this happen, which I'm genuinely thankful for. And is there any closing words you want to leave our audience with today? One takeaway, if you want to add it.
Have patience
Okay.
when it comes to your skincare and holistic wellness journey.
Okay.
Have patience and be positive about it.
Uh, so have patience and be positive. Things work out.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank you so much, Preisha. And that's a wrap, guys. I am so glad that you joined in today. And we'll be seeing you in the next episode. Until then, it's a bye from my and Preisha's side. Bye bye.
Bye.